everybody. I'm really excited for this video. It has definitely been the most asked video, is now that I'm in a calorie deficit, what I'm eating, what my calories are, how I'm maintaining my breastfeeding and my breast milk. And so I wanted to get this up for you guys this Sunday. If you can tell, our whole household is sick. Yeah, so I'm sorry if I sound awful and it's hard to listen to me with this voice. But yeah, I wanted to get it up for you guys and just take you along my day on what I eat and how I am like counting my calories, what exactly I need, and yeah, just bring you along with my day of counting my calories while maintaining breastfeeding. So I can feed you. Yeah. Parker is still sleeping because I have been the most sick out of the entire family. So we're gonna have a little buddy that you're gonna hear quite a bit in the videos because I told him to sleep in. Are we letting daddy sleep in? Okay, so you're gonna need two things for counting your calories and being in a calorie deficit. The first one being a food scale. You can buy these on Amazon, and then you need some sort of app that you want to use to count your calories. How you can track your calories, my situation's a little bit different because I'm breastfeeding. So he is now a year old, and the number one thing that I'd recommend is if you're breastfeeding and you want to lose the rest of your weight, is wait until your, is that an earring? Wait until your supply, your milk supply is steady. So I don't think I needed to wait an entire year. Okay, you're going to rip my earrings out. Am I gonna have to put you down? No. So anyway, like I was saying, is that you need to make sure that your milk is at a steady supply. So you don't want to be like 3 months breastfeeding where your milk is still trying to ramp, up, and then you start going into calorie deficit because you don't want a chance ruining your milk supply. If you aren't breastfeeding, then you can just go straight into a calorie deficit and you'll be fine. You'll just see amazing results really quick. So with my daughter, I wasn't breastfeeding anymore, and so I went into more of a stricter calorie deficit. Honestly, it was way too much. Looking back, I just didn't know any different, so I lost my weight really quickly. But this time I'm wanting to do it steady and slow, and I recommend that breastfeeding or not is doing it steady and slow. And so how I started, my calories are going to look different than you, but I just want to kind of give you an idea, is I started with 1,800 calories, which sounds like a lot, but if you're breastfeeding, or me personally, my appetite is crazy breastfeeding. So I started at 1,800 and I did that for 2 weeks. And then now I've gone down to 1,700 and I'm staying there. I've already lost 3 pounds in 2 weeks, which is completely fine and completely normal, and is exactly telling me that it is working, and that's even with the 1,800 calories, because I haven't lost 1 pound in 6 months. And so, but now I'm going down to 1,750 and then 1,700, and my goal is to be at like 1,650. And that's a really good goal to maintain. You're not starving yourself. You're still keeping track of what you're eating, and yeah, so for me, that's a good medium. How you can tell is you can just go onto Google, or there's so many macro people. There's like 2 that I really like. I'll put their names up here and like their Instagram handles. I really like their approach and just like their lifestyle change to it, more so than just like starving yourself. But anyway, so you need to figure out your macros and exactly, or your calories and exactly what you're wanting. Macros is you're tracking your carbs, your fats, and your proteins. I'm not doing that. I've done that before, and you have to be careful with macro counting because you can become very obsessive with every little thing that you're putting in your diet. Like, that's when I kind of became fearful of too many fats. Oh, I can't have this bite of avocado, which avocado is so good for you. Or, you know, I can't have this piece of sourdough toast, or I can't do that because then I won't, or like I can't have this apple because that's my carbs for the day. It gets pretty crazy and unnecessary because The science behind it is if you are in a calorie deficit and you're keeping your protein high, you're gonna lose weight regardless. So I would say count your calories and not macros. And then the last thing that you need is just a calorie counter. So the calorie counter that I'm using that I feel like is the most user-friendly is Lose It. It's this like orangey app. It's really simple. Another one that is like the most popular is probably MyFitnessPal. So find whatever one that you like. I'm using Lose It. And then kind of how I track my calories for the day is I start the night before and I track from dinner on. The reason why I track from dinner on is I never want to overeat in my morning and day and not have enough calories at night and then be starving, because that is not the goal, is to starve myself. My goal is to pay attention to what I'm eating, be slowly losing the weight. Don't make myself too hungry. I think I was making myself too full before. You know, there's like a balance of being like, okay, I'm satisfied, I feel light right now, I can go to bed. But feeling hungry, those hunger pains, I'm not trying to do. So yeah, so how I start is I always track my dinner. So for tonight, I'm having lasagna soup. So I tracked that already in my dinner. And then I just kind of go from there. Then for lunch, I'm gonna have like a turkey sandwich, and I'll bring you guys along. For breakfast, I'm gonna have some egg tacos. I'm gonna have my coffee. So now I'll just start on my day of what I'm eating in the day and kind of tell you what the grand total is with snacks, everything like that. But I want to explain to you first how I do this. Okay, starting off, I always fill up my water bottle. Lately, I have been wanting sparkling water. Sparkling water helps a lot if you are in a calorie deficit. So I just do 1 scoop of the strawberry lime, the just ingredients. All it is just some electrolytes. And it tastes like yummy flavored water without all of the bad stuff that's normally in flavored water. And then what I've been doing is I've been getting this Pellegrino sparkling water. I know it's bougie, but it helps. And then I just have it like that, and then I just start filling it up, and I'm drinking water all day long. It is so important to drink a lot of water, especially if you're trying to lose weight. Starting off with iced coffee, I go between hot or iced, doesn't really matter. I make it the exact same. I do 1 tablespoon of pure maple syrup, and then I do 2 shots of espresso. I just fill up my cup with some pebble ice, and then I do 1 cup of whole milk. Look how beautiful that is. And then I just top it off with some cinnamon, and I am done. Buy these glass cups off of Amazon. So good. It is time to make breakfast now. One thing with calorie counting is you really need to measure out everything. If you saw this morning with my coffee, I had 1 full cup, like a measuring cup of milk, and I'm pouring it in there because just that 1 cup of whole milk, because I'm choosing to have like a good organic whole milk, it's way more calories. It's like 160 calories just for that milk. And so right now I'm gonna make some egg tacos, and I'm gonna make eggs for Rome as well. I'm making it in 2 separate pans. So it is more work because I have to actually be able to measure, this is my food, this is his food. So everything I am having to separate and like weigh or things like that. I don't need to weigh the eggs because they're already individual, so it's easy to track them. So if you are cooking for like family or others, it can just get a little bit harder work that you have to separate everything. I'm so sick. So just know that I love you guys. That I'm not gonna miss a Sunday posting on my YouTube. And then I keep it really simple, and I just season with some salt and a little bit of pepper. Now that Rome's egg is done, I just set it aside, and then I put this back on the fire so I can warm up my tortillas. And this is what the egg tacos look like. So I just put a ton of hot sauce on after. That's 0 calories. And then I just put some pickled onions that I put on there before. I'm not really like crazy about counting vegetables because there's not much calories to them. And so that's probably like 4 or 5 calories. So I don't really worry about like onions, things like that, cucumbers. But that's what they look like, and they're really easy and really good. So with my coffee and my tacos, everything, my breakfast is 454 calories. It is lunchtime and I'm making turkey sandwiches for everybody. I'll start off by showing you everything that I use, and then I'll just assemble it for you guys so you can see. So I get fresh sourdough bread every single week, or I just make it. But I'll be using one bread. I do an open face for myself. Everyone else I do closed. And the reason being, I could totally give myself a normal sandwich. But at nighttime, I really look forward to this like little snack that I make. It's like this ricotta toast, and I have it before bed because I feel like I get a little munchy before bed. So I'm saving that other piece of bread for that. So I'm still eating 2 pieces of bread today, but that's just what I like. Do whatever you prefer. And then I do some mayo, and then I do Dijon mustard. You have to get the country Dijon mustard. This is the one with like the little beads in it. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, the little beads. This is by far the best. And then I get fresh deli turkey every single week, just shredded up. I have them shredded at the like thinnest consistency, so it's really nice and easy to pull apart. And I get the peppered turkey. And then I also get cut up cheese so that it's fresh. I don't like the cheese that's just like ready to go pre-cut. I like it fresh. You really can tell a difference. And then I've got some avocado, and then I put some hot sauce, and then some pepperoncinos. So I was telling you guys last time like how I don't really count the calories for veggies. So just to show you, 12 pieces, that's like a big amount, is only 5 calories. So I put like 2 or 3 on there. So that's why I'm not gonna track like 1 calorie essentially, you know? So yeah, just wanted to show you guys that. But I will assemble it now because I did it the night before, I don't remember. Okay, so I put that I want 2 ounces of turkey so we can see how much that is. Adding the bowl adds the number to it, so you just hit clear again so it won't track the amount of the bowl. And then for the turkey, so we're gonna do 2 ounces, and we can see how much that is. If I need more, I'll bump it to 3, or if I'm happy with 2. So 2.1, 2.2, that's fine. Especially with protein, you can always go a little more. So this is, it's a good amount too, like it's pretty full, is 2 ounces of turkey. If I was doing 2 pieces of bread, I would probably do 3 ounces, but this will only hold so much, like 1 piece of bread will only hold so much meat. So this is my 2 ounces, and this is what it looks like. And now I can put away the scale, and I am done counting on the scale how much protein I'm gonna have. So I got my 1 piece of bread and I just cut it in half. I'm not a huge mayo person, so 1 tablespoon is plenty for me. And then for avocado, I am doing 1/4. So this is my sandwich, and then I love buying these little, they're already like pre-packaged, the cottage cheese, so I can just like grab it to go. I don't have to worry about getting out a big container and weighing it. So this is 19 grams of protein. So I just will have this with that, and it's actually really good. You can add some salt and pepper, or a little drizzle of like honey if you want it sweeter with some like raspberries. Okay, you guys. Don't mind my hair, it's just in a claw clip, but it looks crazy. But I am now going to, so I made dinner yesterday. It's just some lasagna soup, and I measured it all out. So I'm able to have about 2 cups of the lasagna soup. Here's 1. This soup is so good. I will link it down below the recipe. So I did leave enough room for me to be able to have that ricotta toast and this hot chocolate that I love. I'll show you guys. if you have a sweet tooth like me, the Just Ingredients, the superfood hot chocolate, there is no sugar, it's all whole ingredients. So I'll read it to you. It's cacao, coconut milk, grass-fed beef collagen, monk fruit, cinnamon, ashwagandha, lion's mane, and turmeric. That's all. It's egg-free, soy-free, and dairy-free. So I will do a cup and then just do a scoop of this, and it's like some yummy hot chocolate, and then I'll have that little piece of toast. Sometimes I don't crave this because I'm just full, and other times I do, but I leave enough calories to be able to eat that later on, probably around like 7-ish, 8, once I have Rome down, if I still am hungry. One thing that I really want you guys to notice is in no way am I starving myself. So I think that that's what's really important, is you can do this in a healthy way where you're still eating whole foods, you're not starving yourself, you're not missing meals, you're not like indulging into a craving of yours, but you're just being mindful. And I see so many people that they'll eat like Taco Bell for lunch and they count it into their calories. Yes, that's not the healthiest, but it's just to show you it's really about the calories you eat versus the calories that you burn. And so you can make it whatever you need to for your lifestyle. So if you're working a lot, or if you do eat out more, just things like that, I think that you can still count calories, you can still lose weight and get to your goal as long as you stick to your goal. I really don't sway away. It has been the holidays, so I definitely, like, you know, on Christmas Eve dinner, like I had a piece of pie and I'm not counting that, things like that. But in general, like I'm not having cheat days or anything like that because I'm just counting it into my calories. You know, it's a lifestyle change, it's not a diet. And I think that the biggest thing that I want you guys to realize is that this isn't forever. This is to get to a goal that you feel the best version of yourself. And then once you're at the weight that you want to be, or the pant size that you want to be, whatever your goal is, this is not something that you have to maintain, because you'd be shocked at once you actually stick, like I'm going to do this for about 6 months, and you're able to kind of memorize like how much portions you should have. Like, okay, this is how much I should have for breakfast, this is what I should have for lunch. Like the goal is to not count your calories forever. It's to get you to your goal. And then if you're like, ooh, I've gained 5 pounds or whatever, you know exactly what you need to do then to get back to where you feel your best, or you know what I mean? So it doesn't need to be this like I'm on a diet type of thing. It's just, this is a goal that you want to hit, you want to feel your best, and you're going to be able to, in the summertime, to have those yummy treats, go out and get ice cream with your family, your friends. And so for me, I feel like it's so worth it. And that's what I tell myself. Like, this isn't a diet. This is to help me get to my goal. And then from there, once you're like at the weight that you want to be, maintenance is so much easier because you're not at a deficit. You're just maintaining what you eat and what you enjoy. And the moment you start gaining weight again, you know exactly what you need to do to just taper that back, you know? And it will never be as hard as it is the first time, because hopefully throughout this process, you're able to be like, okay, I'm gaining a little bit of weight. Let me like do this for a week or two. And you do this for about 2 weeks, you go onto a calorie deficit, you'll lose that amount quickly because you don't have such a big amount to lose that you first did. So starting is just the hardest part, but I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a doctor. So definitely, like, if you have questions, ask someone that is, you know, licensed for this, but I'm just trying to help you guys with what's worked best for me. So this is what the soup looks like. It's really, really good. So I'm gonna eat this and then see how I feel if I want that snack or not before bed. It's really good.